Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. I hope you're all doing very, very well. I'm outside Stamford Bridge with Daley on the same night as Misfits.
Yeah,
you chose Chelsea. Big up to you, man.
Yeah, of course. Chelsea's my passion. Chelsea's my life. So I was always going to be here, thanks to my wife.
Did she let you come?
No, it's my birthday today.
Oh, so happy birthday.
Yeah, man. So
Big up to you, man.
I had to come. I had to be here, man. You know what I mean? Nervy, especially when I saw Maresca, not changing things. You know what I mean? In the first half, it wasn't really working with George. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the second half, I was like, is he going to make any change? And then we got the goal. Calmed everyone down a bit,
Do you think that he would have made that change earlier if we hadn't have got the goal? Because even Lavia come on only about 15 minutes left or something like that. There wasn't that much time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's hard, but sometimes he's got a method, hasn't he? So as fans, you're frustrated.
I would have thought, though, with that type of method, he would have just stuck Lavia in there. Why would you not start him?
I would have done it at half-time. You know what I mean? The first half, I didn't like the first half at all.
What do you think his thought process was then not starting Lavia?
Sometimes with Maresca, the things he does are genius, and then sometimes I'm a bit frustrated with his decision making. You know what I mean? It didn't help today. I'm not going to get on his back too much because it didn't help today that we didn't have any striker. Do you know what I mean? And that was the problem. Sanchez kept booting the ball, and there was no one there. There's no one there to hold on to the ball.
The same thing happened in Newcastle when we were hoofing it off, and then obviously Jackson got sent off.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think we missed Jackson today?
Yeah, of course, because he gives us that energy. He's always running. He's always pressing. I just hope that the owners have seen, right, we've got a brilliant young squad, right? There's no doubt about that. Yeah. But there's areas where we need help with some experience, And I think once we get that in the summer, I think we're going to be very dangerous. This young team have played together now for a few seasons, Poch, he ended the season well, and it's transitioned into Maresca. And now, these players have got a togetherness, but a few additions that will help the young players just get to that next level. I think we're going to be unstoppable, man.
Unstoppable?
Yeah, unstoppable.
That's a big claim, though. But what do you think it takes to get us to that level? I mean, you talk about experience. What positions are we looking at here?
Oh, it's obvious. Obviously, the goalkeeper.
Yes. Petrovic, no?
Yeah. Petrovic, I mean, he shouldn't have gone in the first place. Sanchez on his day, obviously a good shot stopper, but we need a world-class keeper. Come on, look at the keepers we've had, like Czech. They win you titles, they win you trophies. Then, as much as I love Wesley Fofana, we can't rely on him. So we need a class, experienced centre-back. Andre Santos, hopefully he comes back.
I think he will.
Yeah, so we don't need anyone in midfield, I don't think. The left wing obviously is a problem. Is Sancho going to stay? Even if he does stay, Mudryk, don't know what's going on there. So we definitely need someone on the left-hand side, right-footed. And then we've got the wonder kid, who I'm excited for, man, Estavio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, and obviously the striker, man, of course.
That's the big one, isn't it?
And it's not that Jackson is bad. He's still young, he's still learning, you know what I mean? People forget that he's new to the Premier League still. Like Drogba had a slow start, do you know what I mean? But I think he just needs someone there that's just going to help push him, and that healthy competition. Yeah, we need a clinical finisher. If we had a clinical finisher this season, we wouldn't be struggling to make Champions League. And it's still not over. We've got the last game of the season away to Forest. It's going to be nervy, that one as well.
Do you think we change anything in terms of the starting 11? Lavia probably being the obvious one. What about George up top? Do you keep that or do you put Neto there? There may be someone else. Mark Guiu potentially might be back. I don't know.
Yeah, or Palmer.
Palmer as a 9?
Yeah. I think he could do that. But Neto, I reckon, is the obvious choice because he gives us the energy. George didn't press aggressively enough for me tonight. And I think Neto would.
Yes.
He'd be more aggressive with it. So I think, but away as well, I think we're going to have more space away at Nottingham Forest to try and kill them. And that's what I'm hoping for, man. Tomorrow, hopefully the results go our way. Because Newcastle are at the Emirates.
Yeah, that's a good one for us.
And Forest are way to West Ham.
That could also, you never know.
Exactly. So if,
Got a bit of working his magic, we'll see.
exactly. And they won last week as well. So they
did. Yes,
they,
they've come off a win.
Yeah, so that being their probably, I think that's their last game at West Ham. So I'm hoping tomorrow it goes our way, and then that will take the pressure off us a little bit for the last game. And I think obviously a draw will be enough for the last game.
And just your thoughts on Maresca to finish it off. Are you happy with him? Do you think we need to bring someone else in? What's your stance?
No, don't bring anyone else. We need stability in the club. This is a young team. We've got the youngest team in the Premier League, and this manager is in his first high-profile job.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, and we've had key injuries along the way as well.
Yeah.
So when you put all that into perspective, I think give him another season with this team, with the additions that I'm talking about. Because look at the first half. Everyone was singing Maresca's name, you know, towards the first half of the season. Yeah? And then it's gone a bit downhill the second half of the season. But if you look at that first half of the season, yeah, and remember how we played, it's only because we're inexperienced still as a team, because we're young. You know what I mean? This is what I was worried about tonight. That the pressure. Can they handle the pressure? Can they get over the line? So I think keep Maresca. He's got the foundation now with the couple additions, right? And win the Conference League for this young team. I know it's Conference League, but we weren't meant to be in Conference League. It was only because Man U won the FA Cup. So win the Conference League is still a trophy, you know, that gives that young team some experience and confidence going into the new season. And if we get an Osimhen, come on, baby, and then that's it. I think we can challenge.
That's what we need.
Look, we were challenging the first half.
Yeah,
you know, so a clinical striker, an experienced centre back, bring Petrovic back, and we're fine.
I hope we can do it, man. I really do. Thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, man.
Pleasure.
See you soon, yeah?
Good to see you, man.